modern beauty with yesterday's glam. Demystifying design one space at a time. Hi, I'm Carrie McCall and welcome to Design Talk. I am super excited to have you on premise today on a new construction site that I just started working on. I've been here for about 3 months so far, and I have about 3 to 4 more months to go before I really make this house a home. And as you can see, I've got my work cut out for me. So early stages of the construction is me really sitting down with the client and the builder and also the architectural plans. It's really piecing together the overall look and feeling that the client is going to have when they officially move into the space, and we add furniture and light fixtures and warmth all around. So we're going to, in a minute, take a look around this space, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've done in the first early stages of the 3 months. But before I do that, I get asked this question a lot, and I thought, what a better way to explain it and tell you what the answer is than to bring you on site to what I do day in and day out. One, when is the first time you should really call a designer to the job site? I always say at the very early stages. So when you're thinking about a color or furniture or even a renovation project, you should always bring somebody who has that type of experience from really day one. So in this situation, because I have a renovation and construction background and a design background, I'm able to fuse both things together and really give my client, under one big umbrella, a one-stop shop. So let's go take a look around, and I'll piecemeal kind of what I've done so far and what you're going to see in the upcoming episodes. So we are currently in the family room kitchen space, and as you look up, you'll see we extended the ceiling to huge cathedral ceilings. And the reason why we did that is we really wanted to do the outside in wood, drop a huge gorgeous chandelier down, and then have existing external recessed lights. Now this family room, because it's a wide open concept, you have to start to forward think about how you're going to subdivide it. And how I'm going to subdivide this space is I'm going to put a sofa on this side, another sofa in front of the window, 2 swivel chairs that will swivel around to be able to entertain people in the kitchen, and then also be able to watch TV above the fireplace. In this open kitchen space, I'm going to do a long rectangular table with built-in benches that are going to come in the shape of an L. And once again, I will bring down a chandelier from the top. Now, in a moment, we'll take a look at the kitchen. And as you can see, it's pretty much wide open space at this moment. But when it's all said and done, we're going to have gorgeous white cabinets with a gray center island. I worked very closely with the kitchen designer to come up with the right style and design and functionality of the kitchen to really make sure it fit the needs and wants of the client. And the client has a very young child, so it has to be accessible, it has to be easy to get in and out of, and we also had to give the little one a couple drawers of her own. Welcome back, and as you can see, this is the magic of TV. A lot has happened since the last time we were back, and this is what we've done so far. We've sheetrocked all the walls, we've done all of the trim work, we've put in these gorgeous beams, all the electrical is done, and we're about to make this gorgeous space a home. So let's walk through a little bit of the details. In the next 3 weeks, we're getting all of the cabinets are going in, the countertops, we're going to be staining the hardwood floors, and then all the furniture is going to start to come. Let's take a look around the house and look at all of these amazing details that we've done so far in just about 2 months.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
So welcome back. So before we get started for the reveal, I want to talk a little bit about what we've done since the last time you guys were here. We put all the sheetrock up, we've done all the trim work, the hardwood floors came in and have been stained, the kitchen was installed, all the vanities, and the tile work went in. And though the house is really starting to become a home, we still needed to do paint, wallpaper, and bring in the furniture. Now, before we start really talking about the final reveal, I want to go over a little bit about what the design challenge was. Now, in new construction, the design challenge is always about warming up the space. So, a clean, new construction is wonderful, but you've got to bring in the ceiling, bring in the walls, add your color and your texture and your warmth. The other design challenge that we had in this space was mixing the likes and the wants from the husband and the wife. So the husband teetered more on the modern side, and the wife teetered a little bit more on the traditional side. And of course, we need to stay within budget. So let's take a look at the space number one, which is the living room. Before starting any design project, large or small, it's incredibly important to start with the planning process of the space. This tends to drive the decisions and solutions. And with this space, we really needed to look at how the client was going to use it, what the functionality was going to be, whether they wanted to dine in it, entertain in it, or lounge in it. So depending on what's missing as well, as you take an inventory of all the clients' merchandise, you'll tend to see what's going to be repurposed, reupholstered. In this situation, our launching pad was the artwork. Now, previously, this artwork was gold, had a gold frame around it. I brought in an artist and we black lacquered it. And you know me by now, if I can black lacquer something, I'm gonna do it in a heartbeat. So in the color story here, we have a lot of blue, gray, and black. And that really was the launching pad to what the colors were going to be used throughout the house. This sofa came from a design center in the city. And as you can see, this is a little bit more of that modern feel, which really tends to the husband's likes. These were reupholstered, and these were chairs that they've had in the family for over 8 years. We picked a really funky pattern, brought in the black to kind of teeter off of the black framing, and really gave it a really current now and then look. So now over here we have the bookcases. The bookcases are great. They're shiny, they're bright. We have the brown wood behind, and as you can look up, we have this great lights that shine right through the glass. So in setting up a bookcase, it's incredibly important to make sure that your eye goes from the top all the way down to the bottom. And the right way to do that is kind of think of a zigzag pattern. So start from the top and then zigzag your colors all the way down so your eyes move very fluently down to the bottom of the bookcase. Now the other thing that we really wanted to do on this bookcase is not be overwhelming to the client. They basically were moving in, they had some items, but a lot of these items are brand new. And as you can see, some of the picture frames don't even have pictures in them yet. And that's really for the client to start to, have pictures of their daughter or of themselves and then kind of add onto the bookcase as they kind of go along. So over here, the table is really the same collection as the bookcase. And what I loved about this table is it was clean and chic, and it was nice and long. So anybody in this room can sit and eat or put a cocktail down or whatever, and you just wipe it clean. It's very versatile. The other thing that we really wanted to add in this space, being a living room, is we wanted to bring in a bar cart. And it's incredibly important to think about how you're going to use this space. The client really wanted to make sure that because the kitchen was such a distance away from the living room, that they had a bar cart so they can entertain in here with wine, cocktails. What we did was we added some great flowers on the top, and then we also put some chips and some nuts, and always remember to come back to your senses. So the design challenge in this dining room was to really try to keep it as clean and grown up as possible. So what we did was, this was the one piece of furniture that the client kept, And as you can see, these chairs, we repurposed them. So we did a really kind of funky, fun reupholster on that. And then with that, we married it with an amazing metallic grass cloth. And what I really love about this grass cloth is when you first look at it, it's shiny and bright. And as the day goes on, you start to really see the gray tones in it and the brown tones. And when you get to the brown tones in the grass cloth, that really starts to bring out the modern chandelier that we brought in an antique-y type of a gold, which marries with a lot of the furniture that the client wanted to keep. So the dark wood table, this gorgeous buffet that has a lot of the gold and the brown tones in it. And as you can take a look around, you'll see how we married the gold, a little bit of the bronze, a little bit of the silver. So we really needed a pop of color. Where were we gonna bring that in? Fresh flowers, perfect place. And these orchids with the purple, they're a great backdrop for what's happening behind it, which is the amazing metallic grass cloth. So when we got to the window treatments, this was something that you don't be afraid to do. Just keep it real sheer. Add a little pop because of this like amazing little geometric on it, and it does go hand in hand and flow really nicely with the chairs, but your eye's not going to it. It's really just blended in behind it. So now let's go look at the family room. I can't wait to show you this space. This has to be one of my favorite spaces in the whole entire house. Now, having a wide open kitchen, family room, and eating area, it's incredibly important to make sure that you subdivide the space properly. Earlier in the show, I talked a little bit about what it was going to look like when we came back for the final reveal. Let's take a look. So in this great area, we did a L-shaped bench. We got a really cool looking rustic table. We added these cool looking little chairs on the outside, and we added a little bit of green by some succulents. Now what's so great about this area is, one, these table expands, so you can add as many people as you want around here. The other thing is, having little kids in the family, it's incredibly important to make sure that the kids can jump around this back bench area and then just sit here and eat and just have a lot of fun. Now, in the family room, once again, how do you subdivide a space that's a wide open concept? Well, what we did was we added 2 sofas. That's right, sofas. So instead of going with a sofa and a love seat, I thought it was incredibly important to make sure that there were 2 sofas of the same size. And then we added some swivel chairs. I love these swivel chairs as well. So we'll get a close-up of them a little bit later in the show. But what I really love about this space is it talks to each other, but it gives you enough area to be in the kitchen or the family room or sitting down and eating, and you're kind of all within the same conversation, yet you do have your independent spaces. Now, think about when you're doing a family room, and this is your family room where your kids are gonna grow up, it's important to make sure you put the money where they're gonna get a little longevity. And that's what these pieces are. The sofa and the swivel chair, we spent money on those. However, with the accessories and even some of the artwork through the house, those are some items that we got at some discount retailers. And we'll circle those out for you, and you'll be surprised at what it looks like. Now this kitchen, one of my favorites. I've used this stone before, but what I really love about this stone is the texture, the way the gray veins pop. As you can see with the stools behind us, is these stools match the same chairs that are over in the kitchen eating area. So right away we're bridging the kitchen and the eating area, though they are 2 separate independent spaces. Now, the other thing that I really love is the backsplash. So basic white tile, and we did it in a herringbone pattern. It just gives a little pop of something unique and different. It's a little bit more current now, and it's also going to be a little bit more timeless. Let's talk a little bit about the pops of color you'll notice as we walk through the house. Orange, love orange. This is a great way to add a little pop of color and also make it functional when you're sitting here with kids so they can just grab something out of the bowl. What we also did was add a lot of blue. Blue is a very current color right now. What I love about blue is it's a neutral. So in the sofas, we did pillows, and some of these we had custom made, and some of them came with the sofas. We also did a pop of blue in the ottoman. And what's great about this ottoman is it's soft. And already the kids have been able to jump all around it, and it's been pretty darn solid and strong. Accessories, we added some blue in the accessories and some blue pillows back here on the bench. And as we walk around the house a little bit more, you'll see how we brought the color blue from the kitchen family room space into the other areas of the house. Let's go take a look at the hallway. So in most houses, you only have one powder room. It's incredibly important to make sure that that powder room really pops. I always like to do a big geometric pattern wallpaper in a powder room and then add a nice detail with a vanity. So this vanity we had custom made. It's navy blue to match those navy blue pops of color throughout the house. I went with some very clear, clean, acrylic type sconces. And then believe it or not, I picked out this great mirror from one of those off-price discounters. I added some other pops of color through my towels, and then I always in a bathroom add a candle and a gorgeous orchid. This is the same color orchid that we use throughout the whole house. So basically what you're telling your clients or you're telling your guests when they come in is they're gonna see the same colors. And it's in different places throughout the house, and it's definitely giving you a little sense of unity and that home warm feel. So this is one of my favorite guest rooms in the house, and it's one of two. And what I really wanted to do here is give another oasis area for the guests that come over and visit. As you can see, the colors that we chose, yellow, gray, and blue, they're kind of transitional through the whole entire house, which is really nice because we don't want to end when we get upstairs. The navy blue headboard looks really nice with the clean, sleek nightstands on either side. And once again, as you can see, as this space starts to really come together, we're marrying what the husband and the wife really love and want in their space. The area rug, I love it. It's gray, it's yellow, it matches the bedding in the bed. We brought the navy blue, the yellow, the gray, and all of our throw pillows. Some of them came from a discount retailer and some of them came custom. And when you're only doing a couple pillows, you only need 1.5 yards of fabric. So you might as well spend the extra money and really pull in the overall look and feel of the room. So the gray dresser really lends itself a little bit more on the traditional side, but with the little pop of black in here and the black around the base, that really starts to tie in the overall lamps that are in the room. We brought in a little bit of the gold, a little bit of the silver, and as you can see, to warm up the space that really no one's going to stay in for a little bit of time, we brought in green accents along with the succulents. What we really wanted to make sure that this space really gave the guests is a warm and inviting place for them to lay their head down at night and still be able to be part of the family. So adding the pops of the blue, adding the pops of the yellow and the gray makes this room definitely tie in with the rest of the house. Let's go look at the other guest room, which I happen to love as well, which acts almost like a man cave, as the man would have it, but a woman cave with a home office. Let's go take a look. So this is guest room number 2, and it really doubles as a mom cave. And as you take a look around, you can really see how we tried to really bridge modern, clean accessories and desk with comfortability. So if the mom is in the space working hard, but then needs to take a nap, it's not far to walk to this gorgeous, clean, sleek day bed. Now, along with a lot of clean and sleek accessories and furniture pieces in this room, it's really nice to soften up the ground. So we did a nice, fuzzy, shaggy type of an area rug. It's very close to the one we used in the other guest room, but really has its own identity. Now, as we look a little bit at the pillows, you can see, once again, we did come back to that navy blue and orange. Orange, we saw a lot of that downstairs. Navy blue, we definitely wanted to make sure that was in every room as we kind of walk through the house. And what I love to do with black, you know this by now, is it really is an equalizer. It tones things down, but it really gives you another level of that glam and sophistication. So I introduced it in the pillows, I introduced it in the artwork, and I also introduced it in the light fixture over here on the desk. Now, this room is not really lived in right now, But the next room that is, and they use it all the time, is the master bedroom. Let's go take a look. So this is the master bedroom. Welcome. The inspiration of this master bedroom really started with this gorgeous Spudnik chandelier. We knew with a coffered ceiling like this, we really needed to give it a big bang as soon as you walked in and give a little bit of drama to the room. And then as you can see, as you look around the room, everything else is very serene. It's solid, it's very clean. We did a vinyl wallpaper on the walls. We did custom bedding on the bed. This is a custom headboard that came in a light gray. And all the bedding, though a different material, all lends itself to that kind of oasis, serene, come in and relax type of a look. The nightstands on either side brings a little bit more of that brown and gold look in, which kind of goes hand in hand, mirroring what we did with the Spudnik chandelier up above. And then these great lamps, once again, have the gold and have the lucite little posts. So what's really nice about this master bedroom is it's huge. What we decided to do was wall-to-wall carpet, once again, give it a little bit of texture with still keeping that real soft, easy vibe. And then we added a chaise. Everybody needs one in their master bedroom. What's great about this is you can cuddle up on it and sit with your kids, read a book, or just you and your husband can have some downtime in here. It's a great backdrop for the vinyl wallpaper, and then a great space also for the floor-to-ceiling mirror. So we have surround lighting, we have a great Spudnik chandelier, and this whole space has really come together as a little bit of an oasis for a very busy working family. Every project has its own opportunities and challenges, and one of my favorite parts of this project is really helping the client realize their vision through a space that's warm and inviting, and something that they're going to enjoy for years to come. And of course, if you want to see more about CKM Home Design and you want to see more projects, please follow us on the web at ckmhomedesign.com. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And stay tuned for the next project. I'm sure you're going to love it.